రే స్టార్ట్ అయింది కానీ ఇంకా ఏం చెప్పలేదు రూ.
స్టార్ట్ అయింది.
ఏమి ఎవరు జాయిన్ కాలే, 18 మంది జాయిన్ అయ్యిండేది. అది ఎవరెవరో చూడు, వాళ్ళు హోస్ట్ ఉన్నారు, మంజుగాడు ఉన్నాడు, ఆకాష్ గాడు.
Good evening, everybody. Am I audible to you? Am I audible to you guys? In the previous session, what is the one thing that we have done or we have seen? What we have seen in the previous session? What has been done? Benefits of cloud computing, service models. Okay. So today we'll go ahead and we'll see the remaining demo of AWS, and then from tomorrow onwards we will be starting your practicals. So is my screen visible to you? Is my screen visible to you? Is this slide done? Is this slide done? And this one, types of cloud services is also done. And this one, okay. This is done. This is done, right? Okay. So basically, this is nothing but this explanation part, this part. So that is nothing to worry. Is this the done? Examples of service models. FAS is done. Is the FAS is done? This slide? Okay. Okay. So let me just wrap this up in few minutes. Okay. So basically, since we have understood what is cloud computing and the benefits out of it, there are some types of cloud services. So cloud computing is mainly divided into two types. One is the deployment models and the other one is the service models. So deployment models are again divided into four types, which is public, private, hybrid, and community cloud. So public cloud is nothing but everybody can access it. Everybody can have access to that particular type of cloud. Private cloud is only for a single organization. It serves only a single organization. And then hybrid cloud is nothing but where you have both public and private clouds in it, and public cloud acts as a backup for private, and private acts as a backup for public. And community cloud is nothing but where you have the similar types of the similar kind of natured um, applications at one place where they share their details, like something like Swiggy, Zomato, or Uber, Ola, Rapido, such kind of applications or something. They share themselves just like some gated community. And then you have service models. So service models, earlier there were only three models, but later on it was understood that a fourth model is also required. So that is why a fourth model also has been introduced into it. So these four are as, PaaS, SaaS, and PaaS. So what is SaaS? Can anybody tell me what is SaaS? What is SaaS? What is SaaS? Software as a service. And what happens in SaaS? Can you give me a company as an example for SaaS? So in this software as a service, to simply put, Salesforce is a great example for SaaS as well, where they provide you the platform to create the cloud hosted applications, okay, on a virtual mode. So that means what? They'll be creating everything. You will just use it like you own it, just like renting a room. For example, if you rent a room or a penthouse from an owner, who maintains that? Owner maintains it. Who makes sure that everything is good and clean? Owner does it. But you use it like you own that particular place or that room. So that is how SaaS applications work. So a third party service provider, a cloud provider, they'll create those applications, but you will use it like you own it. And then there is PaaS applications. What is the full form of PaaS? Can anyone tell me what is the full form of PaaS? It's not product, Parmit. Platform as a service. Thank you, Sidhu. So platform as a service means what? They provide you a platform to build your own application. That means whatever you require, be it operating systems, databases, the storage, networking, all the kinds of development tools that you require in order to create your website or application, they'll provide it to you. Can you give me any examples for PaaS? Can you give me any examples for PaaS? Microsoft Azure, AWS, Google Cloud Platform. These are all examples for PaaS. So it is like, because we'll not buy every equipment that we require, we can rent it from these platforms, then use them for creating our own application, and then we can return it for them. Just like how you bring, while we construct a home, generally we'll not buy a concrete machine maker or the supporting wood and iron. We'll just use it till we build our house, and then we'll just give it back to whoever owns it. So it is in the same way from the past vendors. We will use the required equipments or tools from that platform to create your own application. And what is as? And what is as? Infrastructure as a service. And what happens in infrastructure as a service is that you will get from the third party vendor, you will get only some servers or storage or networking from them, but remaining all development tools, be it operating systems, be it the databases or the development tools, you have to own it. And only these kind of specific things you will get it from the third party vendor. So Google, Digital Ocean, these are all examples for infrastructure as a service. So earlier, these three used to fit in into the requirements of everybody. Okay. So, but then what happened is a fourth service has been come into existence, which is FAS, function as a service. The other name for FAS is serverless computing. So a new thing has come into the thing, just serverless computing. So when I say serverless computing, do not think that it is something else. Okay, it doesn't work on servers. No, it still works on servers, but there are no dedicated servers for this kind of a service. So whatever is available, it is taken. So now imagine. So this works as if, let's say we rent, instead of renting a whole home, you will rent only dining area while you're dining, only sleeping area while you're sleeping, living area only you're watching TV. So you will rent those specific items only when you require them. So that would obviously make, that would obviously, you'll be paying a lot lesser compared to the usage of whole house, because you'll not be using every room all the time. So fast function or the serverless function is such kind of a thing where you can pay only for the things that you use, and also you can copy it. That means you can duplicate it. Also, you can scale it up as you require, as your business needs change. That means whenever there is heavy traffic, let's say Kalki trailer has been released or something. Till that point, nobody will watch that particular YouTube channel, but when a trailer of OG or Salar or Kalki releases up, everybody wants to watch that particular video. So that means what? There is a huge traffic that is going to come. Same thing happens with websites also. Whenever there is some festival offer or a summer offer or some discounts are going on, everybody wants to use that particular website at that particular point of time. So in such crisis, fast applications come in, or the function as a service or serverless computing comes into handy. So it is like whenever there is heavy traffic, you can increase your server capacity, and whenever you do not require it, it can decrease back. Okay. So it is like normally how many chaired of dining table do we have at our home? Tell me. How many chaired dining table do we have at our home normally? A four chaired or a six chaired or an eight chaired dining table. But when somebody, some relatives or some friends, or if there is any party at home, everybody will come and you have to sacrifice your place. But with fast kind of a service, you do not need to worry for that sacrifice, because the minute any traffic is coming in, your four-chair dining table will become into that Maleshwari movie's big dining table. And then when the traffic is gone, again it will shrink back to the four-chair dining table. So in that way, it is easy to maintain your website and stuff. So that is how PaaS applications work. Okay, so cloud functions, AWS Lambda services, Azure functions, these are all examples for it. So let's see some of the companies which are using AWS, and tell me what are the companies that you recognize from their logo. So these are some of the enterprises that are created on AWS. So what are the some things that you recognize here? I recognize Nokia. I recognize Vodafone. I recognize Discovery Channel. I recognize Unilever, Ericsson, Toshiba, Samsung. Yes. What else? I can recognize Lamborghini. There is Netflix, Tata Motors, SAP, Lionsgate, Adobe. So these are some of the enterprises that are built on AWS. Let's now see some of the system integrators that has been created on AWS. What do you recognize here? I recognize Infosys, Cognizant, Capgemini, Wipro, Deloitte, Accenture, ThinkBig, CSS Corp. What else? What else do you recognize? Now let's see some of the ISVs that has been created on AWS. So what do you recognize here? I recognize Red Hat Enterprises, SUSE Linux, Microsoft, Autodesk, SAP, Jaspersoft, Oracle, Adobe, Intel, MongoDB, IBM, Symantec, Fortinet. Nobody plays Fortinet. What else is there that you can recognize? Heroku. Okay, let's now see some government agencies and educational institutions worldwide that are using AWS. What do you recognize? NASA, University of Tokyo, MIT, Harvard, Paris Business School, City of Melbourne, Politicano, Department of Education from USA. There's so many. So these are some of the startups that were built on AWS. What are you using currently from these startups? Quora, yes. Color, Airbnb for room booking and stuff. Nobody is using BlaBlaCars, the carpooling service. Reddit, TransferWise to transfer money. I use it a lot. Yes, Airbnb. Chime is used for video calling and interview taking stuff, even by Amazon itself. ClassPass for classes. Yes, Reddit. GitLab. You people are not using GitLab for your projects and stuff. Okay. So these are some of the startups that were built on AWS. So now let us see why they have started using AWS in the first case. Okay. Normally, tell me, for example, let's say we have seen so many applications and we have downloaded and so many number of applications into our phone also, be it games or PDF viewers or this or that or photo editors, video editors, music apps. We have downloaded so many apps from Play Store. But now my question is how an application is going into Play Store. How an application is going into Play Store. How any application goes into Play Store. Anybody have any idea? Okay. So the thing is that we need to buy some server space from the kind of store that we are going to put our application. Once our application is famous and crosses some number of downloads and users, then that particular platform starts paying you for keeping your application in their server. Okay. So it works that way. You have to rent some server space from Play Store servers or App Store servers. Now think that, does everybody know what is a TikTok? Does everybody know what is a TikTok? Yes. So let's say this cute little fellow here created an application called TikTok and now he wants to make it available for public. So how can he make it available for public? Like just I have said right now, you will buy some servers to deploy your application into it. So this fellow also did that. He bought some servers and he bought only few servers because initially there will be not that much of traffic who wants to use that application, right? So you will have a plan. So what you will have a plan that, okay, in 1 month I'll have this many customers, then 2 months I'll have this many customers, these are my target audience, like teenagers or somebody. So you will have some plan that in 1 month your business is gonna this way, in 2 months your business is gonna this way. But does all our plans go to our will? No. So what happened here in the case of TikTok is it became very famous overnight. Everybody wanted to use it, but the servers that you have got are very less and they are overburdened because of the incoming traffic, and they are heated up right now. And once the server crashes, that means your website is no longer available for anybody to use it. So now what is the solution in this case? What is the solution in this case? to increase this number of servers. So this fellow also got the same idea, and he invested some more money to buy enough number of servers which could accommodate all the traffic that is coming in. But guys, remember, machines are bound to break down. That means what? If I have fever today, still if there is a session to be taken, I'll be trying to attend the session even for 15 to 20 minutes. And it doesn't matter, what is happening in my personal life. My professional life is not affected by it, because we are humans, and we tend to keep our work and business separate, our personal and professional lives. But machines are not like us. Like, will any machine will say to you that it's okay, small wire, I'll work for you. It's okay, small switch, I'll work for you. Will any machine say that to you? No, normally, because even if it thinks that it is going to go bonkers, it will stop working right now only. So, for this person also, for this kind of an application also, since you have to keep updating your application, many and many users are about to come, or it is still getting more and more users every day. So one day these servers are again exhausted. Now you have enough number of servers. It is not because you don't have enough number of servers, but because of the incoming traffic is too high, your servers are overburdened right now. Now, what is the solution? Now, what is the solution? Now, what is the solution? You already have enough number of servers. So now, what is the solution? There is no word of cloud right now. As of now, we are still dealing with physical servers only. So you will be requiring an IT management team to manage your servers. For example, if one server is going to go bonkers, he will direct the traffic from that server to other servers and repair that server. And again, keep on going on to do this, to keep your application or to keep your servers not to break down. But is your application getting all the attention that you require right now? Because creating an application doesn't mean you just release a preliminary version and everything follows up. Every time you have to update your software, you have to release some software patches, add new beauty filters, new music, new, you have to know, you give a better user interface according to the feedback and monitoring what you have got. You have to include that into your application. That is what has to happen. But now, if anybody concentrates on your application development, there is nobody to concentrate on the server side. If they concentrate on the server side, there is nobody to update your application. So now everybody is so stressed about what to concentrate and what not to concentrate, because a priority is required. At this particular point of time, when every company is so confused of how to deal with the situation, somebody came into picture and said, why don't you use my servers? And that somebody is our Gundu boss, Jeff Bezos. So he said, what? Because of my retail purpose, I have so much heavy servers to my company. So why don't you use some of the servers from my data centers? You do not need to maintain it. You can take it and give it back anytime you require. You just need to pay for whatever the service or the amount of storage or amount of the time that you have used. You just pay rent for that particular thing. But remaining all burdens is mine. And it is like a super 100% deal that everybody got. Like some god came in and gave some incredible opportunity to all the companies. So that is why all of them jumped over for this cloud thing. That is how the usage of cloud has happened in 2006. So this AWS services has been introduced in 2006, where nobody believed in for cloud marketing. But now 75% of cloud computing market relies upon on only AWS. So that is how it has gone. So this is the AWS services overview. So in general, for example, if you are trying to reach YouTube or anything, this is the flow that happens. Like you are there through internet, you are trying to reach a website, which is in turn connected to a load balancer. That load balancer is connected to a few servers, and those servers are in contact with the database. So consider you are hosting a web application on those servers. So as the number of users increase, your servers will become slow. So that is the problem that everybody is facing up. But now what is the solution that AWS has given? As a feature of cloud computing, the moment your servers become slow, a new server is launched to take the burden and return to the normal state. So this particular feature is known as auto scaling groups, and that is one of the most important features why almost all the companies started using AWS services for. Okay, so this is the GUI representation of the services, and it is the AWS representation of the services here. So there is router 53, there is load balancer, there is EC2 servers, there are relational databases here, and these servers and database are inside a private network called VPC, which is nothing but virtual private cloud. So this image and this image both are same, but it is just simply these are the icons that are represented by AWS for a server or a database or a DNS port or a private network. Okay, so these are the services of AWS, a little overview about them. So then there is global infrastructure. So as of now, there are 99 availability zones and 31 geographic regions. So what are these zones and availability regions, ma'am? What about this? So these are nothing but data centers around the world. So 2023 varaku in India, you have only one data center that is in Mumbai. But 2023 low, we have got a new data center which is in Ekada on the Kota data center. Where is the new data center? In Hyderabad. So which is going to open up a lot many jobs. So ఇంకా 15 కొత్త AWS zones and 5 more regions రాబోతున్నాయి, and it has future plans in India as well later on, not in this term but later on. So మ్యామ్ ఇంత గ్లోబల్ ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ ఉండడానికి రీజన్ ఏంటి, why it has to happen this way? So the thing is that even one of the if one of the servers is gone, lost connection also, you do not need to worry, మీకు ఇంకా వేరే 2 servers ఉన్నాయి. అండ్ అందరూ ఎక్కడున్నా wherever they are there from the world, they should be able to use these AWS services. That is one of the main motto for AWS, to have this much of global infrastructure. Okay, and then main businesses motto ఏంటి? No latency or low latency. Latency అనేది ఉంటే, that means delay or lag కానీ ఉంటే, there will be not many people who uses your application. అందుకే always a business's motto is no latency, that means no delay or low delay at least if you have it. So in order to serve these three purposes, that everybody should use it to have a backup and to manage your disaster very smoothly and to make sure that there is no latency, AWS has this much of a global infrastructure. So this is the final slide of this thing. So AWS pricing, everything happens with a price. So it is having a per hour billing thing. So how many hours you use your AWS services, for that many hours you will be paying the bill. Then there is region specific billing, because dollar is too much in so many other countries. So in order to make sure that everybody will be able to pay their prices, there is region specific billing. And then if you reserve your instance, that means if your project is going to happen for 3 years or 4 years or 5 years, you can reserve your instances, which can give you 90% savings upon it. And the final thing is, to if you are opting for spot pricing, using spot pricing, you can get really, really good low prices. So spot pricing is nothing but bidding the server price. So few companies comes together and bids the price for a server for the next 3 months or 6 months. So in that way, you will get a lot lesser prices only. So this is what the overview of AWS that you require. So I hope you understand why AWS came into picture, why everybody started to use it, what are the main services that AWS is offering to us, and how it pricing is going. So hope you understand all this stuff. And once this is done, maximum from tomorrow onwards, we will be starting a new service called EC2 service. So try to do some 5 to 10 minutes research upon what is this service, why we are going to discuss all that stuff. And tomorrow we'll discuss EC2 in detail. And day after tomorrow, we'll start our first practical, which is creating a Windows virtual server, and we'll connect to it. Okay, so if you do not have created your AWS accounts yet, it is mandatory that you should have an AWS account. So try to create your accounts as quickly as possible. Do you have any questions from today's session? Do you have any questions from today's session? I guess there are no questions. So prepare yourself. Please do. Your work for today is to get some pre-research about EC2 and come to tomorrow's session with that research only. Okay. So that will be for today evening. Thank you so much for joining the session. Have a great evening and great dinners with your family. See you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Your feedback form is your attendance, so please try to fill in your feedback form that you see in your mails for you'll get the link over there. All right, bye bye guys. Take